morning. We are at Colonial Beach and it's bright and early, getting the sunrise, and Vian is getting ready for the triathlon. We're excited. All right, let's go. Are you ready?
Ready.
That's it! You got it! Alright, good job! Woo! Woo! Good job! How you feel?
Exhausted.
Yeah?
So
So hot, yeah. Hey guys, welcome to Mountain Road. I'm Kristen and this is Vian.
I'm Vian.
And today we're going to be talking about Vian's
Triathlon
season.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen it yet, we've got another video that we interviewed Kristen and we spoke about her journey along the route of doing her very first triathlon. So if you're new to the sport and you maybe want to get a few beginner's tips, be sure to check out that video. But what we want to do today is talk about triathlon a little bit more of an experience level. And we are going to go into some of the details about my season and what I've been aspiring to, and maybe some of the challenges that I've faced along the way, and then also, you know, what my next goal is and how I want to go about achieving that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so basically my biggest objective for this year is to compete again at the international level. I have competed previously at the international level where I've represented South Africa, and the last international games that I went to was the 2016 World Championships in Cozumel, and that was a pretty epic race. We got to see some Olympians race as well,
Yeah.
the day after the age groupers. Very exciting racing. So definitely on the bucket list to go back to international racing and compete. But this year maybe with a slight twist. So I've set the goal of wanting to qualify for the US squad this time instead of for the South African squad. So stepping up my game a little bit, trying to get into a more competitive country's squad. No offense to all the South Africans out there. So
It's a larger pool.
it's a larger pool. That's what I mean by that. And so yeah, set along the route of getting into the US national championships this year. So the process is a little bit different than in South Africa, where we qualify by going from a provincial level to the national level and then up to the international level. Yeah, the qualification process works a little differently in the sense that you have a bunch of Triathlon USA sanctioned races all across the country, and you essentially have to place well enough at one of these races to then qualify for the US National Championships. And that qualification process takes on numerous different formats. So you'll have either you place well enough in your age category, or on the day they have sort of a scoring system. You raced fast enough that you've accumulated enough points that you can then sort of on that score qualify, or perhaps you've even raced in the past at the national championships. That gives you qualification. So they have almost, I think, a 5-step checklist that you can go through on their website to look at how do you qualify for the US National Championship. So this year it's happening in Cleveland, Ohio, and I set out in April with my first race that I did.
You had like 3 or 4 that you wanted to do.
I had a bunch on my to-do list, but then I ran into some technical difficulties. First, I picked up a pretty bad calf muscle injury that I had to battle with and sort of drop down my running volume quite significantly.
For a couple of weeks.
Exactly, for almost 3.5 weeks I didn't run at all. Fortunately, I could still bike and I could still swim and kind of try to supplement the lack of running with the other 2 sports.
To keep up your fitness.
Exactly. And I think for the most part that helped. You know, it got me through that period where it was really tough not to be able to run. And then just as I was getting healthy and starting to run, boom, I got hit by a cold, a random cold in the middle of May.
So you were ready to do a race.
I was ready. I nearly qualified, because I did my first race in April, and that was with the injury, so I kind of just suffered through the race halfway, not even halfway, a third into the run. The injury flared up in the calf muscle, and I was able to make it to the end of the race, but definitely did not qualify, and also for that matter just race to my full capacity. I just really wanted to do a good run that day, and I just couldn't. Then the illness or the sickness in May, and that put me on the sidelines for another week. And then finally, I think, sort of beginning of June is when I could pick up the training again. And I set out, obviously now with much less time on the calendar, to do as well as I can in a 4-week period. And so the next goal race was in middle of July. Went out, and I'm still waiting for those official results to come back. I think I'm like right on the edge if I look at all the various ways that you can qualify for the US National Championships, that I might just have qualified. So,
but we're still going.
We're still going. Yes, our triathlon team, the team that I'm representing here with my hat, Team Fexie, they'll be going, and we've signed up and we've booked our accommodation. So
because you can still do the sprint distance.
That's the thing, So
if they're without qualifying.
If I don't get into the Olympic distance national championships, there's always the option to do the sprint, and that, as Kristen said, you don't have to qualify for, you can just enter. So that will be my backup plan.
By the time we are posting this video, we'll know, and we'll
hopefully we can even put it in the description below. I qualified. But we wanted to just share that bit of information, maybe for an experienced triathlete out there who's looking for that next challenge. You've done maybe a bunch of Olympic distance races, or even possibly a couple of half Ironmans or Ironman races, and maybe you're just aspiring to that next level. You want to compete at the world stage. I can absolutely recommend it. It really is a kind of a unique experience going to this world stage, and for the shorter Olympic distance races, that ITU format that it takes on. Always, just a nice camaraderie of different countries. You get a parade of nations happening at these events, and it just really is quite a unique experience to go. And they keep on rotating the World Championships all throughout the world. As I mentioned, I've been to the one in Cozumel. This year
Switzerland
will be in Switzerland, so I'm kind of kicking myself for not qualifying for that. Such a nice destination. And then the year after that, the one that I'm hoping, if I could qualify for, it'd be in Edmonton in Canada. So it's something to aspire to for sure. And any triathlete out there, set that goal on your to-do list, and get training. It is very competitive to get into it. But I truly enjoy about racing in triathlons is that you're doing it in your age group.
Kind of levels the playing field.
Levels the playing field where you can race against people of your own age and fitness abilities.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for me going to Cozumel and getting to cheer you on, that was kind of like brought the whole picture together. I saw you doing the local races in South Africa, and then you see, oh wow, this is something else, all together. So it's very exciting.
All right, well, we hope you enjoyed that little bit of insight on my training schedule and just progress so far in this racing season year to date.
If you're training for a triathlon, comment below, let us know how it's going, what are your goals, and we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. All right, well, hope you enjoyed that. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it.
Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you around.
Yep. Till next time.